All right, it looks like we're live. It looks like my microphone is working. Yes, that's working. Hi, everybody. Back again. Just hashtag just one billionaire crowdfunding campaign live stream again. I'm Lindsay Zimmerman from Better Than. We are live streaming during this campaign time until the end of August to gain some support for the app Better Than Barter. And this is an app that rewards people for doing favors for others in their community. I began this campaign with the concept that we can compare the regular folks of the world, the people, our relationship with the wealthy, that can be compared to a narcissistic abusive relationship. And I have very specific reasons why I believe that to be the case. And I'm kind of throughout this, I don't know, what left turns or pivots the campaign will take further down the road. But in the meantime, I want to express to you guys, for those of you that might not know, exactly how important you are and how it's not acceptable to let anyone dim your light, because the world needs you. And if you are being oppressed, if you're being smothered, whether it be on an individual level in a narcissistic relationship or whether it be humanity as a whole, we just can't allow that to continue. And one of the most important elements of that is self-worth. In yesterday's live stream, we talked about stability and how if you are being abused in any particular way, whether it be physical or mental, emotional, financial, if you're being abused, you can't have stability in your life. And if you can't have stability in your life, your light can't shine. And that's just the truth. And of course, that leads one to ask themselves, why? Why would somebody expose themselves to that type of treatment? Why would somebody stay in that situation? And these are all very good questions, especially because it offers an opportunity to ask a bigger question, which would be, why don't people know what their worth is? Why would somebody feel as if it's acceptable for another person, whether it be an authority or a parent or a romantic partner or whatever it is? Why would someone accept poor treatment? And I'm not talking about, maybe you guys butt heads over politics. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is poor treatment in the sense that within the boundaries of that relationship, the other person devalues you. And if anyone has ever experienced that, I think you know exactly what I mean. But for those of you who aren't familiar with these types of relationships or the interactions that happen in these relationships, many times a defense mechanism of a narcissist is to gaslight you, to make you think that perhaps you didn't hear them correctly when they insulted you, or they might say, well, that's not what I said. I told you this. And even though you can remember them saying it, by them refuting your account, they make you begin to doubt yourself. There's other ways. I don't want to get into all of the nasty particular ways that people can hurt each other in relationships. But one of the most deep-seated problems with this is one party making the other party feel as though they are unworthy, or they're somehow beneath them. Okay? we see that happening in the world all the time, right? It seems as though the elite and the wealthy's priorities are always, always placed above ours. Okay. We can't, fix our education system because we need to drop more bombs in Syria, or we can't have clean drinking water in our cities because there's nobody there to invest in it. It would cost too much money. There's nobody there to invest in new infrastructure, right? So I want to break down for you why this lack of self-worth is a problem, and how it's just a small shift in thinking to understand what you require in your life for your own happiness, your own pursuit of your interests, and how those things are supported inherently by the universe. Like, you are a unique being, you are here for a reason, and your perspective is important. And so all of your interests, whims, all of those things need to be supported and loved and cherished by the people around you. And if there's somebody in your space that is not doing those things, isn't loving you and cherishing you for your uniqueness, that person shouldn't be in your space. Okay? It's really important to understand, whether it be on an individual level or cosmically through, the collective of humanity. We can't hold each other down based on our uniqueness, because it's our uniqueness that gives us value. Okay. And I even wrote down notes for this because I wanted to make sure that I get this particular point across, because for me, this is one of the most important things. I'm tired of seeing all of us devalue ourselves, not expect better for ourselves, or not pursue the things that we want to pursue because we somehow think that we might fail. We somehow think that maybe we're not good enough. Okay. Part of understanding your own self-worth is accepting your mistakes. If you can accept your own mistakes, understand that you are human, that no one is irredeemable. Okay. That you are human and you are going to make mistakes. If you can accept that, then you're going to be able to accept the mistakes of others, rather than turning to someone in anger when you feel that they've done a wrong. You can turn to them in love and compassion because you've made mistakes too. And you can come to them with an intention of understanding. Because when we make mistakes, we have an obligation to learn from them, right? We have an obligation to pull a lesson from that mistake so that we don't repeat the same pattern, right? So that it doesn't become a pattern. If we can learn the first time from our mistakes and accept the lesson and internalize that lesson and let it become a part of us, then we can be sure that we're not going to repeat that same mistake again. And that's why there's an obligation to learn, because every time we make a mistake and we learn from it, we're bettering ourselves. And that means that we're bettering what we can offer to the rest of the world. And because with that understanding that mistakes aren't bad, mistakes don't make you irredeemable. It's okay to be held accountable for your mistakes. It's okay for someone that loves you to say, hey, I think that this thing that you did wasn't right. And this is why I think it. And I know that you're better than that. I know that you can do better than that. And I just wanted to tell you that I expect you to do better than that. That is a gift, to be held accountable for our mistakes, because it gives us a chance to grow. That's the purest form of love that that person can give to you, is to tell you, I think you've made a mistake. And if you can wrap your heart around being held accountable for yourself, you can be strong enough to hold others accountable too. You can be strong enough to say to the people who have hurt you, or to the people who you see doing wrong to others, you can say, this is a mistake. You're messing up. This isn't okay. And I know that you can do better. And to understand the importance of learning, it might seem obvious to some people, but some people have never heard this perspective. But the more you learn, the more confidence you have. And the more confidence you have, the more treasures that are brought into your life. Because number one, people want to support you because they feel that you are someone who is able to accomplish things. But also, you in turn, in having confidence in your abilities and confidence in what you're bringing to the table, you expect better for yourself. You have confidence in your abilities, you have confidence in your value, and you expect that your return for your effort is going to be matched, at least matched. And so this aversion to self-work or self-development, bettering yourself, all of that a lot of people have, they think that it's for the soft, or they think it's for victims or complainers or something like that. This personal development work is not for the faint of heart, let me tell you. Understanding the mistakes that we've made, going back over our lives even, making sure that we understand our role in all of those mistakes and how we would have done things differently, but more importantly, what we learned from the mistakes that we made is all the process of learning. That's all learning. And the more you learn, the more confidence you're going to get, not just in yourself, but in the world too, of what you can expect from the world. And once you have that internal value, I mean, when I say the universe will bring you treasures, once you value yourself, you have confidence in yourself, treasures will be bestowed upon you. This is the absolute truth, because confidence leads to self-worth. And people who have self-worth will not accept less than what they deserve. And you deserve the moon and stars. You deserve every wish of your wildest dreams. Because whatever it is that you feel drawn to, that you feel interests you, that amazes you, that you want to bring into the world, or you want to have in your world, those are all contributions for everyone else. And so you should never accept less than that. And you shouldn't beg for what you want. In fact, you shouldn't even ask for what you want. You should tell. You tell the universe what you want, and you tell the others around you what you want by your boundaries, by your extension of love to them. Because you deserve peace in your life. We all deserve to have peace of mind, peace in our esteem, not just in how we see ourselves, but in how we know that the rest of the world sees us. We deserve peace in the level of respect that we receive from those around us and that we have in ourselves. We need to have be able to have a sense of peace within ourselves about those things, and our own honesty too, a sense of peace with our honesty, that we have been truthful and heartfelt and honest and sincere with everyone around us. That's a hard step to take, right? Because we have so many reasons to put up our defenses. But when we're talking about building local community networks, for someone to be able to look you in your eye and understand that the person that they are talking to is the real them. They're not putting up a facade. They're not trying to impress you. They just want you to know who they are and what they have to offer you. An important ingredient, a foundational ingredient in that is understanding your self-worth. I just hear myself talking very low. I recorded this later in the day, and so the whole house has gotten quiet, and I can tell that I'm just talking very quietly. So I hope everybody can hear me all right. And I just have a little bit more to go. And then, of course, I'm going to have my daily requests from you guys. But everything is going really, really good with the campaign. I appreciate you all so much. I'll get to all of that in just a minute. But one more thing that I want to say about telling the universe and those around you what you want, because, and being able to do that because you have that sense of peace of mind, of esteem, respect, honesty. Those that embody those qualities will make themselves obvious to you through their actions, right? Like if you are going through your life with an intention to be honest and open and supportive, then you're going to show that through your actions. It goes the same for everyone else. People will show you with their love, with their support, with their words, with their kindness, their diligence, their conscientiousness. They'll show you who they are. And the opposite of that is true. If somebody hurts you with their words, hurts you with their inconsistency or their inconsiderateness, or, you know, God forbid, their violence or whatever it is, they're showing you who they are. If someone is unwilling to engage in a meaningful way, if they're unwilling to show compassion for others in their community, they're showing you who they are. And those that show you who they are, whether it be good or whether it be bad, they should not be doubted. Let people show you who they are and believe them, and weigh that against your own self-worth, and ask yourself if this is something or someone that you want to participate with. Now let's zoom out. Let's zoom out to the kind of the world view here. If we as humanity can see people and projects that are working for us, that are showing up for us, that have the correct intention, they come correct, right? Those are the people and the projects that we need to be supporting. If somebody if somebody shows up, whether this be a company or a project or a contract or anything like that, that shows us that they're willing to hurt us, that they're willing to devalue us, that they're willing to not recognize the divinity in us as we are able and willing to recognize the divinity in others, they should not and do not deserve any of our time. No support, no engagement, no attention, because that's not what we're growing in the world. We're not growing an oppression. We're not growing a shackle. We're not growing a shackle for humanity anymore. That was the old world. The old world is gone. This is the new world. And in the new world, people are going to, A, show up for each other, and B, we're going to hold each other accountable, whether that be on a one-to-one level or whether that be a company or a government. And we're not going to take it anymore. We're not going to do this anymore. So that's my message for you guys today. I hope I didn't go on too long. I hope you stick with it till the end so I can ask you to please share this campaign. Use hashtag #JustOneBillionaire when you post on social media. Please share the videos, share the live streams, share the website, betterthan.world. If there's some way that you would like to help, that you think that maybe you have the perfect, unique something to help us out and to propel this forward, please contact me at admin@betterthan.world. You can also sign up through our newsletter link on the website, betterthan.world, to get updates. So yeah, I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Hopefully not as late. I feel like I should have brought more energy to this, but I'm so happy that I didn't miss a day to come and talk to you guys about it. I'm committed. I'll be here every single day until August 30th. So I'll see you soon.